Hi, welcome to the webinar. My name is Nathan Havens. I'm a grant development manager here at goTenna, and I service all of public safety covering the three main mission profiles: law enforcement, search and rescue, and fire. During this video and throughout the course of this entire webinar, I'm going to cover what goTenna is, how the hardware and situational awareness applications are utilized in an operational environment. I'll roll into a demo of the applications themselves, and towards the end, we'll cover frequently asked questions as well as a live Q&A. So at any point during the video, if you have any questions at all, populate them in the chat section below and I'll answer them directly here. By the end of this video, you will be able to decide if goTenna and situational awareness applications are a good fit for you and your agency. goTenna is the world's most affordable, lightweight mesh networking system. Using this hardware and your smartphone, it turns your smart device into an offline communication system. With that, you will be able to see each individual operator's location on a detailed map, giving you the complete picture of the operations on the ground. There are two aspects to goTenna: the network itself and the closed mesh network that the hardware creates on the ground, and the applications that are utilized for situational awareness and command and control of your team while the situation is developing. We currently have a program of record with U.S. Special Operations, federal law enforcement, Border Patrol, and as well as various state and local law enforcement and public safety agencies. If your agency is already using third-party applications such as ATAC for situational awareness, we provide a plugin for that as well. This will allow you to continue to have a network and view user locations and data overlaid on your detailed maps. Every user of goTenna works in an operational environment. It's typically used in a crisis situation, such as a search and rescue, a manhunt, wide open rural operations, tracking K9 teams, or it can even be used in event security or VIP security details to track your team. It is primarily used when agencies are operating in a team environment, not typically utilized during everyday patrol. goTenna is not a subscription-based purchase. It's a one-time cost. It functions on its own without the need of any other radio infrastructure or cell service. With that, it's important to note that it can be used both on and off grid. Setup of the devices is very simple. The minimum requirement to start is to have a goTenna radio and a phone. By Bluetoothing the radio to the phone, it creates a node on the mesh network. And with each node on the mesh network, it becomes stronger and more resilient. Each user with this setup will be able to plot and share points on a map, share routes, canvas off an area, see each other's locations, and even get alerts when people go in and out of designated zones. You can even set the goTenna radio as a standalone relay away from the phone. Given the size and weight of the device, you can easily be attached to a drone, an aircraft, a fire watch tower, and you can even input constant power through batteries, solar panels, or by plugging it into a wall. By not relying on each individual to create the mesh network and rather the hardware itself, you can expand your coverage beyond your normal area of operations. Behind the network, it has its own protocol. So with that intelligence, it decides who is going to receive data and who will relay that data to the next individual. This allows end users to put their phone away on their person, keep it out of the sight, keep the goTenna mounted on their body, and focus on their jobs, only to reference the smart device when they need to plot locations, have a visual reference of the operations, or send a text message to specific users. By utilizing goTenna and situational awareness applications, you enhance accountability, team-wide awareness, and give every operator as well as commanders on the ground access to the common operating picture. With all that said, let's roll into a product demonstration. I will show you how to set up the actual goTenna device and the basic functions of the application. Following that, we'll roll into frequently asked questions and as well as answer any questions that were sent up during the video. Okay, now that we are in the application, the first thing you'll see is the mapping function, my location, various buildings that are marked by our standard operating procedure. So blue is clear, red is unknown. This is a notional situation, and various checkpoints around the urban area. So the first thing I'm going to do is connect my goTenna, select pair, turn my goTenna on, and now it is connected. I just got onto my goTenna network, and the frequencies are already populated and pre-programmed in the application. I have two other users here, Havens and Ryan, as well as myself, and we are communicating off-grid, not through internet connection, but through the goTenna radios. You might see my GPS bounce around a little bit. That is because I'm inside, but once you step outside, say into the street, you typically get a 3 meter by 3 meter square GPS accuracy. All right, so now that we have established communications, they will go ahead, my team will go ahead and continue their operation. And say they move in and clear building 3. They can go ahead and update that building's color right in the app. And I'm doing this with another device in real time. And say per our standard operating procedure, blue is clear. I can send it back to everybody on the network through the chat. And that has updated on my map here. This is how we share the common operating picture, as well as see each other's GPS locations, and send individual text messages as well. Over here on the side, I have a broadcast chat that will go to everybody on the network, and I can text individual users and get alerts when they, or notifications rather, when they have received my messages. So I always understand who is and is not on my network. Looking through the mapping functions a little bit deeper, we can drop pins, just as an example. So let's drop a pin here. We'll name this an emergency command vehicle. And as I create these pins, I can save and broadcast them. And these are shared to the other users through the same apps viewing the same exact map that I am seeing here. In addition to topographic maps, we have satellite maps, which give you a little bit more detailed imagery. And you can also download these maps to your device for offline use when you don't have an internet connection. And that is a brief overview of the basic functionalities of the goTenna application. For more information, we can provide a one-on-one demo.